no big chat today. I'm gonna get in and get this workout done because I've got a bunch of check-ins bright and early, but I love it. I love when my girls are sending me the check-ins at 4, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Lots to do today, so let's go get it.
Ready? Are you ready?
Be careful where you go. You gotta steer good, okay?
You go forward, okay?
Did you steer wrong?
Ready? Put your hands on the wheel. Ready?
So she has
Go
to
and put your foot on the pedal.
All right, also Saturday, I'm getting some steps. I'm outside doing that before Justin heads to the gym and Arabella takes her nap. I have had a good start to my day. Yesterday was great training. I love training upper body now, especially since that's where I want to bring up some areas. And today I did some posing after. It was pretty good. Then today I did a little bit more posing this morning, just in some shorts and a sports bra. Changed a few minor things, foot positioning, and actually how I'm holding with like my fingers, just some minor things, just some very small tweaks, just to really prime the posing. I love the routine. I'm locked in on that. Had a great short glute session and got the bike in. We're just coasting. So 20 days until showtime, coasting this out until we fill out even more on peak week. So excited to see the size on my legs that I've maintained this prep, especially because the fit model pose is not forgiving. It makes your legs look smaller. So, you know, the quads are quadding. I probably can't even get that, but they're quadding. As I told you guys, I started training quads more back in like November, December. So happy with that. And they've been holding on strong. So yeah, just coasting in. Gonna enjoy the rest of the day. The weather is beautiful today in Florida. And I've probably already reached all of my exercise goals for the day. So ahead of the game at 1:30 in the afternoon, about to have a meal and relax and do, you know, laundry and stuff like that, all that fun stuff. I forgot to mention, we got to do some fun Easter stuff with Arabella, which is so nice when they're so little. You know, she's 3 and she has such a blast seeing the Easter bunny and just saying like hello and showing the Easter bunny her cute little bracelet. So those moments are super special and happy we're able to do that. Just be active in this beautiful, beautiful weather, you guys. It's great and it's good for the mood. Okay, good morning. Happy Monday. I didn't record yesterday because I was kind of an emotional wreck. Saturday, I started feeling like pretty lean, and then I was seeing like one of my friends had competed in Fit Model and her feedback was she was way too lean. So I got a little nervous. I was really emotional about it. And then Sunday morning, I was even more emotional about it. So I reached out to my nutrition coach and I said, hey, I think we're in a predicament. So he pulled down my steps and added some food. So I went from 138 carbs to 155 for a couple days. And then Wednesday I'll check in. And he already said he's going to probably bump up food more. Today I sent him more pictures and I'm like, dude, I'm getting super lean. Like, I'll have to show you guys. So this is what I look like right now. Yeah, but that's normal for me. Happens every prep. I said, welcome to the party. This is why I hired you, because literally every prep, the last few weeks, I speed up, I get super lean, and then have to play catch up. And last season, if you guys followed me on Instagram, I shared a lot because I've self-coached so many shows. So I was able to share all of the ins and outs, which I still share on my broadcast channel and Instagram if you guys want to follow that. I was in this predicament last season in between shows. So I did a warm-up show because I was ready so early, even last season. But I was unable to fill out. I was in such a hole. Like, I'm not in that hole right now. I am a couple pounds more than that. But I was in such a hole. My body did not fill out, and I looked absolutely shredded and like depleted on stage for my warm-up show. And their feedback was, you need to like reverse diet or something and fill out. So I did that for 3 weeks and had the look to win. That show in bikini, I got 3 first places. So definitely they don't like me depleted looking. I could definitely look depleted looking, and it's not even on purpose. I was eating lots of carbs and fats going into the show on that peak week, and it wasn't long enough to fill out. Wednesday was not long enough. So my second show, I filled out from Monday through Friday, and my carbs got up to 325 or something. I'd have to pull up the data. I literally had to compete again 6 days later and reran the same peak week. The night before the show, I ended up doing, I think it was like 90 fat or 100 fat and 400 carbs, and I still looked flat. But I had added some cardio back at the beginning of that week because my feedback from the show that I won was maybe come in with a little bit tighter legs. So I added cardio back, and my body was like, boom, all right, let's get lean. So then I had a similar issue I'm filling out. So anyway, this is why I got some help this season because I'm always in these predicaments. So me having this freak out at 3 weeks out, which they call a 3 week out freak out, but it was all in good reason. I am getting very lean. So I was just speaking with him, and the plan is we pulled down steps. My average steps were like 13,000 to 14,000. It's at 10,000. Added a couple grams of fat and some carbs. And he expects Wednesday we're going to add more. I eliminated hot yoga, so just not going to do that. I did just buy a 5-class pack, but I got a whole year to use it, so I'm sure I'll go here and there and do that. He's like, just stretch at home or whatever. So I'll have 2 full rest days this week, which is perfect. He pulled off a cardio, so I'm down to just 40-minute 1 time a week bike, which I usually do on the weekend. So I removed that from Wednesday, so I can hopefully keep him in the loop throughout until the weekend before I do the bike. Because I would do that on Saturday, so we'll see. And then he's like, I anticipate we're going to pull down your steps more, pull off all cardio next week. And I will be 2 weeks out on Saturday, so I'll be 14 days till show. And then we'll kind of lead into peak week, and hopefully I'll look nice and full. So now we're getting a little crazy, but my husband always says you cannot fill out fat. He thinks he goes like, you're in a great position. Congratulations. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm definitely super lean, but I, once again, am a couple pounds heavier than I was last season, but I am ovulating, and my weight tends to be like 1 to 2 pounds more during ovulation. And I'm 107.6 today, so I'm hoping I'm not in the 106s, you guys. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I'll show you guys like even my legs, you know, but they are much fuller. Like I definitely put some muscle on. Like, that's cool. I like it. And my glutes are for sure Gucci. So someone asked me, what does Gucci mean? I'm like, it means good. Means good. So I'm about to make myself a big bowl of cream of rice. As you guys know, that's my go-to. I'm gonna make that and get to some work and I guess chill. And then maybe just take a walk around the block for some steps, nothing crazy. And that's my day. So here we go. The fun begins. And that's the behind the scenes this week. So happy day. I will share with you guys maybe some training clips tomorrow. It's leg day. Guess we're gonna, chill, recover, feel good. And then Wednesday is check-in day. And then I will upload this 3 week out. And then we'll be at 2 weeks out. So that's that. Good morning. It is check-in day. I've been quiet for a couple of days. Didn't really put much on here because I don't know. Yesterday was a good training session, and we had people here power washing our home, and I don't know, it's just wrapped up and trying to stay focused and working, right? So I have lots of clients and I like to put my attention there, and unfortunately social media or YouTube does take a backseat sometimes. So a little quiet, plus it does get a little bit harder closer to a competition. I've always wondered why, you know, the series of anyone that has ever done competition kind of like goes down a little bit because it's so hard to like do all of it. So I apologize for such a brief series this week, but you know, we're getting close. 2 weeks out on Saturday, so this will wrap up the 3 weeks out series. And I do have my check-in for you guys, so I will put that here, my pictures, and I got another bump up of food and decrease of steps to 8,000. I'll have to double check, make sure we're keeping that one cardio session, which is fine with me. It's on Saturday and I don't go to the gym. So today's another full rest day. We're just gonna rest, fill out, bring a look that they're probably looking for is definitely getting super lean, and I'm still really lean. I look a little bit fuller today with the oopsie mistake on my end with sodium, and then I am ovulating, so you have to consider that as well into that data. So we're doing that. Quads came back up though, which is great. I don't want to lose leg size, so I'll just show you guys my posing. Okay, so I worked on this a lot yesterday, so I don't have that in there as well. So let's see. So a little oopsie, but that will happen. And you know what? If that was on the stage, I would definitely do what I just did and just keep going. It's really hard to spin on rubber. So different flooring, make sure you guys practice on different surfaces. I adjusted the posing similar. So I was playing around with my stance, which it's still a shorter stance. Now I'm like adding back a twist, which I wasn't doing. So just continuing to adjust based on my physique. So that's really important, you guys. If I am only 5'2", I think a lot of people forget how short I am. If you're a taller person, you might need a longer stance, and it really depends on your leg shape as well. If you're really quad dominant, you want to watch your footing for that too. So, yeah, so I do fairly well with my footing pretty forward, because like completely sideways doesn't look good for most people. Make sure your footing is a little bit more forward, and once again, you want to pick whatever hip you feel comfortable shifting into, and play around with your leg. Like I have a lot of leg lines, so I'm not fully extending my knee anymore. Because before, I think I was like out like this. It was just too much, and that didn't really do anything for my body type. However, someone really tall, because I'm 5'2", someone really tall would look really nice with a long line. So you have to play around with your physique and what's best for you. Someone tall, like opening up like this would look really nice. It doesn't look good on me. I have, this is my self-consciousness area is my legs, and I know that seems really sad, but they don't want leg lines, so I'm trying not to accentuate them. So that's how I'm playing around with my posing. So once again, posing is an illusion, and you gotta find what's best for you. So that one went much better. All right, y'all. Moving on to 2 weeks out.